Hey Virgo, welcome to Higher Source Tarot. This is your January 2020 mid-month tarot check for our Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so if you have Virgo anywhere in your chart, you are in the right place. And I hope you are off to a great start here in 2020 and set your intentions. I did a year predictions video if you didn't get a chance to see it. I want to thank everybody too for subscribing. It's really fun to see new subscribers. If you're curious, the creators don't actually see your name. For most people, their settings are on private, so we don't actually see who you are, but I do see new subscribers. So thanks for doing that. If you haven't had a chance yet, please subscribe. Feel free to share my videos, like, comment, hit that bell for notifications of when new videos are posted. And that's usually about once a week. So I do hope that you have set your intentions, you're into deliberately creating so that you're getting more of what you want in your physical reality. Know that you can have, do, or be anything. You know, oftentimes when we think there was a crisis or an upending, it was really a beautiful opportunity for something new to start. It was a beautiful new path being carved out for us. And oftentimes in the things that I thought were really devastating, I see from that where new things were brought into my life that wouldn't have been otherwise. They would not have been brought into me. So let's find out what's going to go on here for Virgo. January mid-month check. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Now the energies are, you know, time is fluid, okay? So I say that timeline, but sometimes when I'm reading I get clarity, and it's like, you know, February, March, April. So I'll let you know that if it happens. I am a vibrational being in a vibrational environment. You are, even in your physical expression of flesh, blood, and bone, a vibrational being, and everything you experience in your physical environment is vibrational. And it is only through your ability to translate vibration that you are able to understand your physical world at all. Well, that's also true, right? So if a tree falls in the woods, doesn't make a sound, well, not unless somebody's there to hear it and translate the sound. Remember 8th grade science? It's also true that, you know, we're wave and we're particle. So when our brains are measured, that's wave. When our bodies are measured, that's particle. You want to get closer to wave energy. So you are the 8 of Pentacles or your current energy, but what surrounds you is the Death card. The goal or the destiny in this may be the 4 of Swords. Behind you is the 9 of Cups, but also the 10 of Swords. Coming up, boy, money looks really good for you guys. The 7 of Pentacles, you are the Knight of Swords. You got some surrounding people, the 5 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles here, but you also have the 8 of Cups, so you got to be careful about not feeling sorry for yourself a little bit here. I'll pull off a couple of clarifiers with this 3 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. Interesting that they're both 3s. So the current situation here for you, your present position and your immediate influences. So something did have an ending, but you know, we say you must die to be reborn. And I feel like you have been focusing on your money being stable in this reading too, just incidentally. You've got a lot of Pentacles here. So if somebody got fired or something recently, you are going to take the bounce, but your pride is a little bit hurt. If it's something else, but it really does seem like more like money and home kinds of things, more so than love. You know, or if there was somebody that just didn't want to partner with you in some way, that could also be. But, you know, you've got Scorpio, you've got Earth, you've got some water and fire and air. I mean, you got all the elements, but I don't know, it feels more like Earth to me. So you've been working hard, you've been investing in yourself, and that's okay. I mean, that's oftentimes what we do. I think I did say that in the beginning, right? When we have what we think is a crisis, oftentimes, you know, that's when we start to reap the most rewards. So here you are with this 8 of Pentacles, and It's interesting too that you have the 8 and 9. So you've been working hard, and eventually you're going to get some recognition for this. It's kind of all about putting those elements together. It might be that the other person has worked hard on themselves if it is a love relationship, but I definitely see it more in you because you've got also this 4 of Swords here. So I think whatever this was in the destiny of it was to propel you forward, to invest in yourself. If you were too busy worrying about other people and taking care of them and not putting yourself on the list, something happened here to get you on that list. You may have been having some, or it may be telling you that you need to, take that time to practice meditation or yoga, or, making sure you're doing meal prep and things like that so that you're taking good care of mind, body, spirit. Behind you is this 9 of Cups, so it may have been somewhat of a happy time, where you had a false sense of security. He can also be an indicator that there was too much drinking going on around you, but I feel like it was more about a false sense of some kind of security here. Again, I do feel like it was with money, more so than a relationship. You definitely got stabbed in the back by somebody, or it took a turn of events you were not anticipating, but the cycle has come to a close. So whatever happened there, the main thing is you just getting over feeling thwarted or feeling like your pride has been injured in some way. You're coming into an energy that is about wondering what's next, what's the next thing that's going to bring me happiness, and wondering, is your hard work going to pay off? And yes, it is. You do have the 9 of Pentacles coming up. But I think what this does for you is you kind of get into this sense of needing to speak your mind more, feeling compelled to speak up a little bit more, which Virgos aren't the most shy about that. But you have to be careful to not do more damage, because this Knight it's quick energy. I do feel like things are going to speed up in the next couple weeks. So if you've been feeling kind of stagnant and down, especially with that 10 of Swords, that's going to be shifting, and the energy is going to pick up a lot more. And you might feel the next couple weeks like you just can't quite catch your breath, like you're so busy, and that's okay, because that will slow down again too. But the people around you, there was definitely a change. They're kind of chaotic, and I think part of it is your reaction to it is throwing them off a little bit. They were anticipating you to do something else, and you didn't do what they expected, but that can really change a situation, which you do. It's a change card. So I think that for you've took the right path in doing the unexpected. You don't have the Tower here, but it kind of feels Tower-esque. Now this 9 of Pentacles here. I do like to see her in the reading because she's all about having those small indulgences, like, maybe going to a spa or just taking care of yourself in some way. And so if there's been some kind of inner emotions where you just haven't felt like you've been heard or recognized in some way, you are going to get that. And I also do think it's possible you could be manifesting some things, because you also have the 3 of Pentacles here. But be careful with this 8 of Cups, and you're turning your back on something and getting away from it, but just be careful that you're not getting into too much of a downtrodden energy, because it's completely unnecessary for you. Anything that you're leaving behind is meant to be in the past. The only thing I'd say is you've got a little bit of hesitation with that, with the 3 of Wands, because the 3 of Wands is like, it can be literally about this. The 8 can literally be about walking away, but then you get this 3, and as he goes forward, he still hangs on to the 1 wand, like he's not too late to turn back. But I do think with the 8 of Cups too, this indicates that you're going to be working on yourself, your emotional self. So that does go along with the 4 of Swords really nicely. It is a nice complement to that. And you're walking up to higher ground. Okay, so with the 3 and then with this 8, you're going to be going on to higher ground, And what you'll get from this is some kind of a partnership that's going to be really stable and secure. So if it's anything to do with work and you're entering into a different project or an arrangement with somebody, this is going to be a great chemistry, a great fit, and it's going to be like very synchronized working environment. So if you've had some negativity in that arena, money will be really going in a nice direction for you. So, keep going. Know that the universe is on your side, and there's no need to, stay up and worry, because if people have been ushered out of your life, then you're going to move on and go up to a higher ground, be with higher vibrational people that match you. So, love you, and thank you for joining me, and I'll be back again next week.